Welcome back to AREC 2017 at the Elite Agent Magazine stand, and I've got the pleasure of interviewing two sensational leaders who are going to be joining us. We've got Morton from Morton, and we've got Nick Pappas from Century 21 in Maroubra, and we're going to talk about the leadership issue that's just recently been released. So leadership's on the topic, it's on the table right now. Perhaps just give us a quick bio about how many people are in your office? How many offices do you have, Ewan?
We have 7 offices, 3 businesses, and across that is approximately 100 people.
Fantastic. Nick, for you?
I've got a much smaller scale. So I've got an office of 8, 4 in our sales staff and 4 in our property management staff.
Ewan, can I just ask you, you were Principal of the Year. What does it take to be Principal of the Year? Exactly. What does it take to be Principal of the Year?
Leadership is a critical part of how you run a business. And in terms, if I looked at what's our secret thing that we talk a lot about, it's all about leadership. We train on it, we talk it, we have language of it, we work on all our people to improve their leadership, which starts with leadership of self.
Yeah.
So you got to lead yourself before you can influence others.
Managing 100 people, do you have one-on-ones with all your sales staff or PM management teams? Like, what do you do in that respect?
It actually is a leadership conversation. It started off where really I was assessing performance and seeing how we were going, but that conversation has evolved where we're like, yep, fine, tick. We might have a discussion around profit. That's one of the things we talk to our sales guys about, is about profit. A principal is incented by profit, a salesperson is incented by revenue. It's conflicted.
Yes.
And the thing is, where you get the conflict between principal and salespeople a lot,
I agree.
is because they're black, white, do the deal, money. It's very simple.
But they don't know what's happening in the back end.
Yeah, and also you got cash flow and you got to pay bills, and also you want a principal just wants consistency from everybody. Different people have different things, so I might run a leadership day where people will come and we have a course.
Yes.
I might have people who are at the same stages of leadership, so maybe they've started to manage people. People will request like one-on-one, and I might do that monthly or quarterly, but one of the things I've started doing is there's got to be an outcome to that. Like, what are we trying to improve? Where are we trying to go? And what leadership are we applying to that for them to move to whatever they need to do? The people who directly report to me, I actually don't one-on-one with them, but I'm talking to them all the time.
You're communicating one way or the other.
Yeah,
That's
all
right.
the time.
Nick, obviously you're in a much smaller office compared to Ewan's. What does your leadership or management look like with your staff?
For me, it's probably a little bit more personal. I've got my own little team, as you know.
Yes.
There's Cass, Monique, and Michael now, and myself. So every morning we meet for a quick 15-20 minutes, just so we can go through what we're all doing that day, and then we talk through like our WhatsApp app.
Yep.
So we know what everyone's doing, what's going on, if there's any issues. And for me, that's the leadership that we take upon each other, and we all have that sort of mutual respect, and we can guide each other. A big thing about leadership is people understanding their role.
Yes.
Because if they don't understand their role, as a principal, I can't expect them to just read my mind. And if I see that they're lacking, I always have that conversation and say, do you understand what you're doing? Or you know, what you need to do. Property management, I don't get too involved in, my business partner does, but I still talk to them every morning for like 5 or 10 minutes. Like, I walk around to everybody and just say, is everything okay? Is everyone all right? Is any problems? Everyone's well, and they can voice what they're thinking.
How do you keep good agents and like to stay in your business and not be tempted to go and work for someone else who could be offering much higher splits or commission?
I think actually it all comes down to leadership.
Yeah.
So if you can show people the right culture, leadership, care,
Yes.
and value.
Yeah.
So just because somebody's getting paid 85% and you're paying someone 50%, it doesn't necessarily mean that the one getting 85% is getting any value. If you have a higher fee split, what that means is you actually don't get the support because the firm can't afford to give it to you. So what happens is you find people are left more on their own to do their own thing.
Yes.
And they actually don't have the leadership of self to be able to handle that. Some can, the superstars of our industry can, but they actually are unusual. Like, they're unusual.
And there's only a very small amount.
Yeah.
Selling real estate is a career. You start and then you build and build up to it. So you need to have guidance and mentoring and coaching and all of those things, and marketing. So I think a lot of people, when they say, pay for your own training, so we pay for people's training.
Well, so do I.
Yeah, so we pay for it. Marketing, my agents, I'm like, you must do marketing, right?
Yes.
And we're going and do not stop, and you'll spend, you know, $1,000 a month, or I don't really care, as long as you are consistent.
You're doing something, you're being proactive.
Yeah.
And then you bring it back to profit so we can see, did it work?
Yes.
You know, like those conversations you've been part of where we're
Yes.
like, we've spent all this money, what happened? And you have a really good conversation. And also people getting the recognition and understanding that their success is a combination of lots of things.
Yes.
Marketplace, them, the leadership,
The whole lot. It all
the
comes-
brand.
yeah.
It's a thing, and so I think a lot of agents understand that.
Yeah.
If they've got a successful formula happening, they actually don't want to muck that up, and to just necessarily go somewhere for a high split into another culture, a complete thing. It doesn't always work.
So can you maybe talk to us a little bit about the values of your business and what you stand for?
Empowered leadership is one of ours.
Yes.
Right, unlimited opportunity, passion for excellence.
Yes.
And we've actually gone as far as we've set behaviours up for this, and everybody's got a little card they can carry around. I use the words all the time. Like when I'm talking, like the empowered leadership one, I say that all the time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nick, for you?
Look, for me, it's just like our company motto is all about the customer.
Yeah.
So it's all about the experience they get with us. So
Yes.
our company motto, as you know, is always here to help. You
Yes.
know,
Always here to help.
and just making people understand that we're not, you know, just here to do business.
Yeah.
But if you need some advice or help, we're here. And if that becomes business, that's great. And I think we do that within the office as well. So the team feel like we're always there to help each other
Yes.
as well.
Guys, we thank you so much. Congratulations again, Ewan, for Principal
you.
of the Year.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic, man. Well done.
And Nick, congratulations
Thanks,
to
buddy.
you for the success that you've had in the first
Pleasure.
2 years of Century 21 in Maroubra.